It's the heat. It's the cops. What's up, everybody? It's Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again with the opinion spot. How's everybody doing on their end? Hope everybody's well. Doing another top 10 list. Something a little different. Something without superheroes, but with the everyday heroes that are in reality. The police, the law, FiveO, whatever you want to call it, the fuzz, anybody. This is my top 10 crime dramas that I watch or still watch to this day. Some have no longer air new episodes, just syndication. Some are airing their first season. Some are getting ready to air their second season. And I'm going to take you down what is in my head, what I like, guys. So as you can see, number 10 is coming up soon, and it's getting ready to appear. So let's get right into it. But first and foremost, this is my list. Enjoy it, guys. But one thing in particular, cop dramas got to have good chemistry between the partners, good stories, recurring cast, you name it. So number 10 is the new Hawaii Five-O, the re-imaging of Hawaii Five-O. My dad grew up watching the original show, and I used to watch it with him later on when the original show went into syndication. And I loved it. I thought it was really cool. And when I heard they were remaking it, I'm like, cool, this might work. Let's see if this works. And you know what, people? It did work. This show has had is probably one of CBS's best ratings shows on now. It airs on the CBS network, so wherever you are in the world, it has such a great cast from Scott Conn, as you saw, Grace Park, and the other person that I know pretty much is Daniel Day Kim. The other actor who plays Steve McGarrett in this, Alex O'Loughlin, I've never really seen him in anything, but he's really good in this show. The chemistry between Dano, and played by Scott Conn, and McGarrett is so great in the show. Just the chemistry between them is so funny. Like, there was one scene that I remember is where Danny is from Jersey, and he moves out to Hawaii because his daughter lives out there, so he wants to be closer to his daughter. And he's a detective from Jersey. And McGarrett, who is an ex-Navy SEAL and now runs this special ops team called FiveO, basically said, what's so great about New Jersey? Pretty much he said, other than the fact that there have been some famous singers that came out of that state, what else does Jersey have? And when I saw that episode, that had me laughing. But this is just a great show. Number 9 on my list is Memphis Beat. Memphis Beat is a good show that airs on TNT. It's the main cast is very good. The show follows Dwight Hendricks, played by Jason Lee, who is like a crackerjack police detective who loves his mother, loves the blues, loves his city, Memphis, loves Elvis Presley. He calls himself the keeper of Memphis, and he's dedicated to his city. And it's got a real good up-tempo beat of the South, which I really like. I really like that. You really get that feel that, welcome to Memphis. Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee. And Dwight comes off really cool, like this really cool detective, but he's real serious when he needs to be. When he gets down into solving his cases with his partner, Whitehead, it's like, it gets gritty and it gets really good, which I really enjoy. And I'm glad to see that it's been renewed for a second season. The second season will air, I believe, this June, actually. Number 8 on my list is another show that I'm just starting to get to, but I like. This is The Glaze. The Glaze, I actually didn't watch from when it first aired on TV, but I watched it when they re-aired the season. Like, I watch it on demand and things like that. I'm glad to know that this season is getting another season as well. The second season will premiere on A&E June 5th. And this show involves a detective from Chicago who takes a job in South Florida, and because he was falsely accused of having sex with his captain's his wife's the wife having sex with his captain's wife, and his captain shot him in the ass because of that. So he was like, forget that, and he goes down to South Florida and does his thing down there, and he's really funny at what he does. So that's another thing I like about this show. Number 7 on my list is a classic, and that is Homicide, Life on the Streets. This show really gets deep into the Baltimore Homicide Unit, and I've always had a big respect for Homicide in that branch of the police force. This show had people like roles. This show starred Richard Belzer, Daniel Baldwin, Ned Betty, Andre Braugher. Andre Braugher won outstanding. Was a breakout star in this role, which really gained fame for him. And this show was great. This show had about 7 seasons, aired 122 episodes, but it was just great. Number 6 on my list is none other than Walker, Texas Ranger. Why? It's freaking Chuck Norris, people. Do I have to get really into depth why I like the show? But this show dealt with the Texas Rangers. Now, one thing about this show was it was great, just great. Chuck Norris and his brother Aaron Norris were the executive producers on the show. The chemistry between Walker and Trebek were really funny. I love that. I love chemistry between the partners. And sure, sometimes the characters were over the top, things like that, especially Chuck. But it's frickin' Chuck Norris, man. It still airs in syndication on show networks like Sleuth and WGN and things like that. But I think it had about 4 seasons or 5 seasons with 2 TV movies. And it was just a great show. I loved it. When you think about the Texas Rangers, man, they goes ways back. Here's the people, here are this branch of law enforcement that took down famous outlaws as well as modern day outlaws, bank robbers like Bonnie and Clyde. They're the police force that took out Bonnie and Clyde. So I give much love and respect to the Texas Rangers. And just to see, Chuck, Mr. Norris, play one on TV was just fantastic. I loved it from beginning to end. I love the crossover episode with Chuck and Sammo Hung. It was just a great show, man. I loved it, and I still watch it to this day. So that's 10 through 6 right there. The final 5, the top 5 will be coming shortly, guys. But you guys tell me what you thought about this. The first 5, excuse me. Like I said, there are a lot of shows that I like, law, crime, dramas that I like, that I really enjoy, but they're just not on my top 10. But I love cop dramas. I'm old school as well as new school. When I see a new cop drama, come out and air good stuff, I'm all for that. But you guys tell me what you thought about this. And the next 5 will be coming soon. Real soon. But you guys take care.